So, welcome back everybody. Last time we created a website that could also be on the internet, and we learned how to do that. So that's a website on the internet. For today we want to get back to creating a website and developing it. So today's topic will be animations, or at least the basics of it. And to get started we need to understand these pseudo tags. So what these mean is it basically hides some functionality underneath them. So if you visited a link, this will be active. If not, not. There are also different and other ones, like the hover tag. Let's use that. And I don't know, what can we use? How about the double the font size to 30 pixels. Save it, reload, and now we can see when I hover over the element it gets bigger. That's because only if I hover with the mouse over the element this style will be applied. So that's the basics of how attributes can change depending on user input. To get started to use animations with that, we need to define a transition. Let's say we want a transition for 1 second all attributes that change. So let's reload it, and now you can see it zooms in and it zooms out. If I leave the element with the mouse, this is not longer applied, and the browser will automatically use the standard font size. Now I need to go back to that and I'll use that. And if you come in, you always zoom in. It's a good practice to put the standard font size in there too. So let's say like the 12 pixels, maybe a little bit small. So if I hover over it, it gets bigger and smaller like just before. But now you know that if it's in the standard position it's 12 pixels, and also the browser knows it and doesn't need to assume it from other places, and it gets a little bit messy if you don't do that. So that's the basics of a transition. You can also make it shorter. I usually use 02 seconds or 200 milliseconds. I think that looks just fine. If you make a usual transition, that's the best time, so it doesn't look annoying to the user, but you can notice that you spend the time on making an animation between those states and it looks a little bit nicer. So that's the basics of animations in CSS. See you next time. Bye.